Let me open.
Thanks also to I Am Charlie, who says for our country in another 250 years, mods number one. Thanks, I Am Charlie. Thanks also to David D694. What would I like to see the U.S. accomplishing by the 300-year anniversary? That's a long time from now. How about, oh, I'm sorry, you know what's happening? I have to once again turn off the ads which automatically get turned on. I've been talking to YouTube about that.
Let me open.
I don't have it turned on.
YouTube stream is now live.
But I think we're making progress on the YouTube video. So I just have to manually turn it on. That's really
Jeff Show has started streaming on Rumble. At Plimpost 569 is the first chatter.
At Clint Torres 569 unlock the first in achievement.
thanks also to
What up, fools? Alrighty, suckers. Looks like Air Force One just landed. I just seen it land a couple seconds ago. So, yeah. Yeah, they have all kinds of assets. Let's see here. I know Big Chair and his family is on AF1. So, Trump kind of, I think he's taken most of the cabinet there. So, may get an opportunity to see Big Chair. Let's see, you got a lot of Apaches, some sniffers, all kinds of stuff in this area. Let's see here. Let me get this queued up. Now, there won't be any sound because until Trump speaks, because I'm sure I'll get hit with a fucking strike, which is absolutely unbelievable. Hey Rosemary, how are you? Over on Facebook. Kathy H. Schmitter. Schmitter. Let's see. Let me get this in full screen. What's going on, Cheryl? I'll tell you what, man. It is hotter than fucking Hades here. Oh my God. We had an EBS thing go off. I was like, oh shit. Here it was for, we got like massive storms and tornadoes that are, yeah, I heard about this shit in New York. No fireworks, and then they took down the American flag and they put the Somali flag up. What the fuck? Let me see. This is the live view. Mango News has a great angle. Okay. Yeah, I am, yeah, the heat is nasty. I got, double hockey sticks. Yeah. Let me see here. I want to make sure. Okay, yeah. I got YouTube sound off. Yeah, oh, it's hotter than anything here. I mean, I got yeah, they put up a Somali flag. I got the geothermal and the condensers running. My mother, she wants it at like 89 degrees where she's at, and I'm like, you're high. So I got all the other rooms like ice cold. That is so cool. That's one place that I haven't been that I really would like to go to. I mean, it's my grandparents had been there. I got some really old pictures, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Clink Torres. What is going on? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. That's why I don't look. I try not to go out in public, because if I see some shit like that, I'm probably going to end up in handcuffs, because I'll probably smack the shit out of somebody. Let's see here. Login successful. Mm. Yeah, the hammer and sickle, baby. Хорошо, друга. Did you guys hear about that fucking dude? That I know that is so. I got to pick on Telegram and T's playing. That I know by tomorrow night I'm gonna have goosebumps. Oh, Rock Shed, okay. Fool and foolettes. What's up, Professor Falcon? Yeah, I'll definitely have some goosebumps tomorrow. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be messing around. I know they're not messing around tomorrow. I think I'm gonna cut these EAMs off. I hate. I know you guys don't like it, but I turned them off. Uh, Hear about the woman that gave Big Gavin Newsom office for 2 years? Yes. Yep. Yeah, I sure do, Jason. Yep. I would at that point in life, like I love that kind of stuff. Boris Yeltsin, Mikhail Gorbachev. I think that's where I got the itch for languages. When Reagan met Gorbachev in West Germany, that that was so cool. I wish they would show that kind of stuff now. To show these younger kids, younger generation, that kind of stuff, because you just don't see it anywhere, and how important that era in time was, with like Maggie Thatcher and those were the days. Those were definitely cool. There's no doubt about that. Let me see, make sure I got that. Yeah, in God we trust all of. We used to say in the intelligence community, in God we trust, all others we polygraph. In God we trust, all others we monitor. I know, it is so cool. I mean, a Gorbasm, yeah, I remember Rush Limbaugh. That place there is just so majestic. I mean, that is just such a huge, huge shot. That's unbelievable. This kind of shit gives me chills. It really, really does. Tomorrow, it'll give me chills. Because I got a lot of buddies that won't get to see this kind of stuff, Guys that didn't make it home. No, he just landed, Karen. Um, he just landed about 4 or 5 minutes ago. Hey, I'll tell you what. If what I think is coming, a lot of people may disagree, but if some stuff gets cleaned up, yeah, I'm pulling this off of uh, Fox News. So, but God knows, stuff like this here, you shouldn't get any restrictions on. Uh, oh yeah, you're right, Schmitty. Something big's coming. You got that right, and I agree with you. I pray it's for good. Uh, or I don't think this is the case, but I've often wondered, um, is Trump the Trojan horse? And I look, I I support what he's doing. Sometimes I wish he'd lock his pie hole up, but I think there's reasoning behind it. But would I get out a Big Chair and a couple other people? Because I've asked them, you know, especially Big Chair, I've asked him, are you worried it's a Trojan horse? And he has the same logic as I do. You know, uh, he don't think so, but you never. Um, I think Trump's got it. I think there's going to be a surprise tomorrow. I think I don't think it's going to be like some big arrest or something like that. I think that comes uh, after the celebration. You know, come Monday. I think we're going to see something militaristic that is the military is going to show. You know, uh, something out of Skunk Works or uh, something along those lines. But is this guy Air Force? Yeah, this is the Air Force band. I I think Raymond, you may be onto something. Tia's head to the chopper. Uh, I don't. It'll be interesting to see. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. John Brennan doesn't have the leg to stand on. Big Chair and I had a very, very long conversation today. Not so much about geopolitics, you know, mostly about the boys, because if something ever happens to him or his wife, I, I'm responsible for the boys. That's fun. Um, no, Brennan's fucked. Brennan's done. Brennan was the architect. And trust me when I say that, very, you know, we did that thing on um, the Admiral a couple nights ago, and I'm still in contact not with him, but with one of his aides and my old buddy. It was so weird after I got done doing that live about Jolly Rogers. I got an email, and I thought it was fake at first, from an old skipper of mine, Captain Rappin, Rapin. He was my first commanding officer at NSGA Cunha. And he sent me an email because somebody in our group, I guess, lives next to him. He heads up a cryptological group, and one of the guys that was in our working group works with him there. Captain Rappin hired him, and he sent him the link, and he sent me an email, and he had asked me, he's like, hey, when Admiral Blair's staff came to Cunha to get you, is this what this was all about? And I said, yeah. And he goes, boy, I'd like to sit down and have a beer with you. And I said, you know, maybe once this is okay. Captain Rappin was probably one of the smartest crypto CEOs on the face of the planet, and I think I told you the story about the time that I launched a folding chair at his replacement, Captain. Oh, what the hell was that guy's name? And they put me in handcuffs because I launched a fucking folding chair at this CEO, and the JAG attorney for us, Lieutenant Coverdale, he knew that it wasn't Captain Shoe. But anyways, Lieutenant Coverdale, who was our JAG attorney, knew how close I was to Captain Rappin. And he called Captain Rappin and said, hey, you know, yeah.
Another thumbs up.
It was
one.
It was a no bueno, but what this guy said, that's how basically I got introduced to Admiral Blair, is because of Captain Shoe. Captain Rappin had called Admiral Blair and said, hey, you know, I'm going to go out on a limb. They put me in, what the hell was it? They called it CCU, Criminal Custody Unit, for 30 fucking days. Okay? I did. Basically, I heard Obama and Bush Jr. are sitting in the cell and waiting to be hung up. Shit, boy, wouldn't that be some shit? But we had come back from an op, and some shit went sideways. And it was the brig right on Ford Island. Oh yeah. I wasn't in a jail cell, but I was in. It's called Open Bay Holding. Oh yeah. So, like I said, Lieutenant Coverdale, he got it, because we were doing a debrief, and this captain, damn, I know his name's going to come. Matter of fact, I can look it up as I'm talking. Because Captain Shoe, I think, was my counterintelligence CO. But let me see. Everybody hated this skipper. Naval information warfare. Okay. Commander 1998, maybe? Okay, it wasn't that, because... this is going to bug the shit out of me now. But anyways, I'll find it. So, Lieutenant Coverdale called Captain Rappin and said, "Hey, your boy just launched a chair at the new skipper, and I'm trying to get him out of it, but he launched it pretty good." Well, he called Admiral Blair because him and Admiral Blair were really tight, and that's how they sent me down to. I got masted. I went to XOI first, and this lieutenant or this XO was a beast, and he asked me, he's like, "Why did you launch a chair at him?" And I told him, I said, we were in this debrief, and he said some shit, and everybody wanted to just jump over the table and whip this guy's ass, and I just looked at Chief Noble, and I said, "Sorry about this, Chief," and I picked up that chair and I fucking launched it at him. Launched it. And next thing you know, shore patrols coming in. I told him, yeah, this was, and then, they cuffed me the whole 9 yards, took me down to the CCU, and so then, like the first day or two, I remember my intelligence senior chief. Oh, this lady was awesome. She was easy on the eyes too. And she's like, that was stupid. And I was like, yeah, I get it. And then Master Chief Urich come in. He's like, "Dude, you know how stupid that was?" I said, "Yeah, I know, I get it." He goes, "Well," and then here comes Chief Noble. And he come in his swimming trunks and all this other, because where SDV-1 was at, the brig was right next door. So when they went on their lunch break, as I'm sitting in the fucking brig, Chief Noble come in and he's like, "Dude," he goes, "that was fucking awesome." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Dude, every one of us wanted to do that. Kudos to you for having the balls." And I said, "Well, I said, but here I sit." He goes, "Don't worry." I said, "What do you mean, don't worry?" He goes, "Don't worry." I was like, "Okay." So we sat and talked for like an hour and a half. And because there were certain times that you could have people come in, whether it was a legal counsel or your chain of command or whoever. And so the commander of the brig, I think he was a lieutenant commander at the time, I get called down to his office, and he told me, he's like, "Hey, you got a flag officer coming down from Admiral Blair's office." And I'm like, "Oh shit." Oh, I thought I was going to Admiral's mast. And so, he was I think he was a 2-star admiral. And we go into this room where, like your JAG attorney or your personal attorney, it's like an interview room. And I told him the whole story. He's sitting here taking notes. And he goes, "Well, let me take this to Admiral Blair because they want to Admiral mast you for this." And I'm like, "Oh, shit." And he goes, "I don't know how or why, but you got people pulling for you." And I said, look, it is what it is. What this guy said was 100% totally uncalled for. Um, but you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, I gotta answer for my actions. And he goes, well, I get it. He goes, I'm going to tell you something off the record. And I was like, yes, Admiral. And he goes, nobody likes this fucking guy. And I said, well, I said, I don't get good vibes. And uh, he goes, well, let's just see how this plays out. He goes, I know there's a meeting tomorrow. And you have to understand, too, I was very, very, very good at my job. And everybody knew it. And I think some of that, not so much in N5. N5 was the direct support mission. Everybody in there was talented. But on the watch floor, and even with some of the officers, I think it was more like jealousy, but it was just like a gift that I had. You know, it's something that, you know, when they say when you like what you're doing, it's not a job. Most of those people thought it was a job. Me, I thought it was the most interesting shit. I could be sitting in one part of the world and I can listen, view, do all kinds of stuff all the way around the world, or if you're a flat earther, all the way across the world. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't treat it. To me, it was, I enjoyed everything I did. That's and there was a lot of jealousy, even by like this fucking captain. It's going to kill me now till I find his fucking name. But who was the CEO of NSGA Columbia? Let's see if it. No, that was the Command Master Chief. Wasn't Shu. Shu was cool as hell. I love Shu. Oh, and then they brought in Commander Craig Mueller. He was the chaplain. This guy was so badass. I mean, he was a down to earth chaplain. He got it, you know. And he was a chaplain for all direct support, all cryptos and SEAL teams. And that guy got it. And he told me, he's like, look, he goes, even he said, and he was on his command staff. He couldn't stand him. But anyways, I forget how the hell I got sidetracked and got onto that story. But yeah, I don't think he's a Trojan horse. I hope not. I hope we start after the celebration. Because, look, I think everybody in here knows that Trump loves to run his suck. And the way I look at it, you can run your suck. But damn it, I want to see some results. I want to see some justice for Benghazi. I want to see some justice for 9/11. I want to see a lot of justice for people who have sold this country out. And, you know, this shit in New York is just, to me, is fucking mind-boggling. I I thought this story was bullshit. Oh, what the hell happened? Did they cut our live feed? Oh yeah, J6 too, because I know the true story behind J6. Uh, Trust me. I, when Big Chair tells me he was in the op center and they were conducting the operation, there is he on YouTube, Kathy? Let me Mango News. All right, let me look him up. Oh God! As soon as I, good evening, Jeff. I think you need to go help Lookner. He still doesn't know what's. Oh, dude! If any of this happens, that's going to be the first podcast I want to watch. Is Lookner, because that dude will melt down. All right. Mango News. What? This is all Indian shit. Oh yeah, Lookner will. He will have a. Yeah, Mango News. When I type it into YouTube, it's all Indian. Oh, Magno. All right. I was like, the Indians are covering this. No ding dong, my forehead, buddy. No ding dong it. You no ding dong very bad. I'm going to hell for that, but I can't hear you, Kathy. Scream a little louder. Now you know what my mother feels like. Mongo. Eat beans. Oh, shit, that's funny. Buddy. Hey, buddy, how are you doing, buddy? Oh, shit. I need a Slurpee. Look, the guys that we're one of the yeah, I got it now. I'm just uh waiting for it to pop up. The guys that where our big productions at, Indians owned it, and when I first leased out the place, it wasn't Indians. It was a real estate company, and then these Indians bought it. And dude, I was in so tight with those guys because I speak Hindu, and oh my God, those guys were so fucking cool. Rajesh and Anglo. Yes, it's a tech support. You got that right, buddy. What I would like you to do is hit the pound 718 How may I provide you with the most best customer service, buddy? Every time I talk to them, I'd like bobble my head, and they're like, "We don't do that," and I'm like, "You're doing it right now, dude." Doc, I thought that chick right there was that snow lady from Cola's at first. Oh yeah, I'm not very good in public. Outlandish. I'm not. My mom hates going with me in public. Oh, come the fuck on with this. There we go. Now let me interact. No ding dong. No ding dong, my forehead. And then, like the second year that they owned the property, I got this. Uh, yeah, I thought that was snow right there. Uh, there we go. Mm. So I tried to do a search a list of commanding officers, and they will not catalog the commanding officers. That's kind of wild. Huh. That's interesting. I would, yeah, that could be snow. I mean, it could have been. Every time I hear her name, all I can think of is that song, Infama, Yanamanomosomiaka Blam, Erika Boom Boom Now. Oh, so did you guys see that Air Force commander that was on the steps of Congress? What a fucking. Oh, and then you hear people that don't know or have a clue about shit. Oh, the Slurpee. Oh, yeah. Um, where he said that Trump and Vance need to be impeached and all this. The media in the public is so dumb. Guess what? He doesn't have freedom of speech like we do in as a civilian. You're guided under the UCMJ, pal. But he'll probably get a slap on the wrist. That just makes me sick at my stomach. Oh yeah. Yep. You're right about that, Outlandish. You are right about that. They'll probably build a fucking monument for him. Fucking idiots. I bet you his command is proud of that. Yeah, I know. Could you imagine if Rhino was alive to see this right now? Oh my god. That would be entertainment on its own. Or that, what was that other idiot that every time uh uh they went to Dallas. Yeah, Karen. Uh I'd I'd like to know who finished that project, because uh that one contractor pulled out, and I know they're suing Obama over shit not be. Oh, Mike Penny. Mike Penny may be up there above Mount Rushmore in a fucking blind saucer for all we know. Oh yeah, he would be going nuts. He would be. That would be so crazy. And keep in mind, tomorrow is the Ayatollah's funeral. So I I look. It wouldn't surprise me if something doesn't happen on the homeland tomorrow. The damn mothership. Yeah, I think it was -28, -48, whatever, fucking 72, whatever the hell his number was. Fucking. Now those guys were fucking grifters, if you can call anybody a grifter. And these guys sound like they're fucking jamming. Take on me. what what a great what a great song to fucking play. Take on me. I'd like to see yeah, all that gematria. Yeah. I'd like to see Trump come out to like big balls. He's got big balls. She's got big balls, but he's got the biggest balls of them all. Oh shit. Settle down, Sergeant. uh, the heels are still on a hold pattern. Oh, I'm so happy for Big Chair's kids. It is funny, some of the story he tells me about those kids when they were down at Mar-a-Lago, and they call Trump Cheeto. They'll call me and they'll be like, Uncle Jeff, we seen Cheeto today. No, I am straight. I don't drink alcohol. I'm not on any painkiller. I'm telling you, I feel like we're right at the jumping off point. Oh, cool. Do you like the T-shirt, Lily? Yeah, it's really nice. That machine that we got, it does a really damn good job. I'm gonna have we're gonna start working on some military shirts, aircraft carriers, stuff like that. You got a dog you're about ready to knock out. What um, it, fireworks? They'll probably have a big one here down at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Good. I'm glad you like it. No, I'm actually uh I'm on like day 3 off of this. Up. Is that Marine One? Look at, oh no, those are escorts. Dude, this is so awesome. Oh, begging for food. Oh, I took mom to the grocery store today. I don't let her go anywhere by herself, and it's so funny when we get home and uh, I'm carrying bags. Panda just goes batshit crazy because she knows that she has something. Yeah, last night Panda got into a tussle with mom about 11 o'clock at night. Uh, I heard her going into mom's room and just growling and barking. She wanted a cookie, and so I heard mom yell at her, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then she used her full name, and I was like, "Oh, this dog's gonna end up dead." So I went and got her a couple of treats, and naturally she goes through and she hides them throughout the house. Oh, that would be. Oh, could you imagine people's heads exploding if Trump parachuted in? Hopefully, he had a damn good rigger. Oh, they playing Thunderstruck? Oh, come on. Oh, see, that's so awesome. Yeah, baby. Oh, damn it. See, this is the kind of shit that pisses me off. I should be able to fucking. We used to play that going through the Straits of Hormuz. Thunderstruck. The skipper would come on the 1MC and say, "Chief of the boat, crank it." Trump in the garbage truck. That was fucking hilarious. If this kind of shit don't give you uh like stoked, I don't know where your head's at. And tell me that's not awesome with their faces lit up. thunder. That just gives me chills because it just reminds me of going through the straits. The channel's not monetized. The channel's not monetized. They'll just say, "Hey," and then they'll ask me to mute it. Big Chair texts me and says we're inbound. If I leave here tomorrow. Could you imagine if they'd have did like a laser light show and put Trump's head up there? The people that would have melted down. Would you still remember me? Yeah, Trump's going to speak. I'd love to hear him say something about a storm. No, what did he post? Don Jr. is going to be like his dad with wives and girlfriends. I would absolutely shit if they put a hologram up there of hit the thumbs up or I'll sing more. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, this uh I'm actually going to take her next door to my neighbors uh because he is going with his son to a place called Lake Mohawk. They have a huge fireworks display. Uh, and his dog Chico just loses his shit. So I'm gonna take Panda over there and hang out with his dog. So he'll be cool if somebody's there. Trump card, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you, I think. Uh, I think come Monday we're going to start. There's going to be some steamrolling shit happening. I'm actually surprised. Of course, it may be there, but I can't really tell from this picture that they don't have bulletproof glass up. They may have. Helo's inbound. Yeah, Big Chair said that they were loading up and inbound. And he said he didn't want to go, but Trump kind of forced him to do it. Oh, yeah, there is bulletproof. Okay. See it now. He wanted to stay in the ops center, but he said Trump kind of forced his hand on it. Oh yeah, shit. There's a lot of shit happening. Yeah, I hope I'm right too, Sarah. But there's just so many signs that shit's about ready to happen. Let me skip this ad. Oh, I know. People would lose their shit over that. Even if they like flew a drone and did a hologram, oh, they would lose their shit. Who the hell is this dude? Yeah. This must be like the governor or mayor or something like that.
Welcome to the greatest free state in a nation that was founded on the principles of freedom. Here in South Dakota, we still honor America, our freedoms, our founding fathers. If you need proof of that, just look up. Above us tower 4 leaders carved in granite. Their image is built to last for generations. Their leadership will not be forgotten. More importantly, the principles and the values and the freedoms that they stood for carry just as much weight as they did 250 years ago. I wanted to read something that President Calvin Coolidge said 100 years ago when he commemorated the 150th anniversary of America. He said this, about the Declaration, there's a finality that is exceedingly restful. It is often asserted that the world has made a great deal of progress since 1776, and that we may therefore very well discard their conclusions for something more modern. But that reasoning cannot be applied to this great charter. If all men are created equal, that is final. If they are endowed with inalienable rights, that is final. If government derive their just power from the consent of the governed, that is final. No advance, no progress can be made beyond these propositions. If anyone wishes to deny their truth or their soundness, the only direction in which it can proceed historically is not forward, but backwards, towards a time when there was no equality, no rights of the individual, and no rule of the people. Powerful words from a great leader who loved the Black Hills of South Dakota. Ladies and gentlemen, America is not just a piece of land. America is an ideal, a set of values, a shining city on a hill, an example to the world of freedom. But freedom doesn't defend itself. That's our job. My great-great-great-grandfather came to America with 4 brothers, alongside General Lafayette, to help win the American Revolution. He survived that war. His 4 brothers did not. He was the first in a long history of family service to our nation, including my grandfather fighting in World War I, my father fighting in World War II, my brother in Vietnam, my son who flew Black Hawk helicopters, and my service in the South Dakota National Guard. Defending freedom requires the sacrifice of the brave men and women in uniform, but it also takes everyday Americans. It takes elected leaders who know their duty and who put America freedom first. And it just so happens we have just such a leader here with us tonight. We are joined by our 45th and 47th president, President Donald J. Trump. He is a leader who says what he means and does what he says. Ever since he's been back in the White House, it has been like a light switch has turned back on. Now the lines of communication with Washington are back open. Our state can partner with federal agencies and influence change at the highest level with just a phone call. We have a president who puts American people first. He puts American safety first. And he puts American freedom first. It was 6 years ago, President Trump helped bring this event back. And when we took office again, and when he took office again, we got right back to work. And you see the fruits of that work all around you. Mr. President, thank you for making tonight happen. And thank you to everyone here at Mount Rushmore and everyone watching at home for joining this incredible celebration. My mission as governor of South Dakota is to keep our state strong, safe, and free. Like America is to the world, South Dakota has been a beacon of hope for what is possible when we keep government limited, when we remain true to American values and to our freedoms. Here, we recognize that our rights, liberties, and freedoms are not given to us by government, but by God. And government has no authority to take those rights away. America isn't perfect. Lord Lord knows that challenges will arise. But America has overcome challenges for 250 years and turned them into opportunities. And we will continue to do that by holding true to the ideals of the four men on this mountain. Happy birthday, America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please. There's one more man I'd like to thank. Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, and the entire team at Interior. And to Travel South Dakota for leading efforts on behalf of our state. Of course, Doug is from our neighbor to the north. So Doug, welcome to the better Dakota. Seriously, ever since the Trump administration took the reins, you've been a great example of communication and collaboration with the states, which makes sense because you sit where we sit. So thank you once again to Secretary Burgum, to President Trump, and to the whole Trump administration for making this event happen. So now, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome United States Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum.
Good evening, America!
Can you imagine Joe Biden up there?
Are you ready? Are you ready to celebrate 250 years of the most powerful nation in the world?
He reminds me of General Cornwall.
Yes, it was 250 years ago. We're on the eve of that. 250 years ago, a handful of patriots, ordinary Americans, they gathered together and they did the improbable. They wrote a Declaration of Independence. For the first time in history, they declared a nation that was founded not on hierarchy, not on monarchy, but not on hereditary, but on an enduring truth that every American is endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And among those, you know what these are: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Most in the world thought that this dream would fail, but instead it became something that you're all a part of, the greatest experiment in self-government in human history. It's the story of America that's always been a story of people doing improbable things, things that people thought were impossible, we make possible. Tonight we gather beneath 4 presidents carved into granite, beneath a mountain that tells us a story of a nation made up of people like you. Yeah, baby, that's a B-52. They can fly from here to the other side of the world and back for missions from North and South Dakota. Let's give it up for our great Air Force.
That should give you chills.
But yes, as we gather beneath these 4 presidents carved in granite that are telling a story, they tell a story of a nation, of ordinary citizens, citizens like all of you, pioneers, inventors, moms, dads, builders, people that had a dream and served their city, served their community, served their state, and some became presidents. We became the most exceptional, most abundant nation in history. Because what? because of the freedom we had to turn opportunity into innovation and innovation into prosperity. We explored a continent. We powered the world with American energy. We fed the world with American farms, and we saved the world from fascism and communism, not once, but twice.
Be sleeping in on a Saturday morning. Except it's not Saturday and you're the starting quarterback who's late for practice. Oh. And
Spirit, that spirit that you're chanting right now lives on today. It lives on in our ranchers and farmers, our innovators, our entrepreneurs, our miners, our manufacturers, our small business owners, and it lives on certainly in everyone who served in our military. And thanks to President Trump, that revolutionary spirit that founded this country, that Americans believe that they can overcome any obstacle, it has returned. Under President Trump, America is back. President Trump is leading us into a new golden age, an age with peace abroad and prosperity at home. The famous faces behind us remind us of where America has been. But the faces before me, all of you and all the patriots watching at home, give me the hope for our country going forward. The faces of ordinary Americans who care for their families, care for their communities, care for their neighbors, and care deeply about the future of this country. In just a few minutes, the 45th and 47th President of the United States is going to join us under these famous faces, the faces of his predecessors. And how great is it for all of us to have a leader who's committed to restoring American strength, restoring American pride, who believes in unleashing American opportunity and ensuring that America's greatest century is still ahead. President Trump reminds us that we're a nation of abundance, a nation of opportunity, that we've been built on freedom. We're a nation that dreams bigger and bolder than ever before. Those dreams that you have, the dreams that you thought were impossible in this country, they can come true. We're a nation that believes that we can do the hard things again, not just the easy things. But we know what we can do. We can all seize this moment together. Let's make this 250th year, the year that starts tomorrow, worthy of our great nation, worthy of those that have sacrificed everything to give us this opportunity of freedom and opportunity. I invite every American to join us. Join in this celebration. Be part of this inspiration, this country unlike any other. And do it not for you, do it for your children and our children's children. God bless you, God bless President Trump, and God bless the United States of America.
Gloria? What? Settle down, Gloria Gaynor. I'll shit if Trump does a tandem jump with Big Chair. That would be fucking hilarious. Big Chair gets his name because he sits in the big chair now. That's what Trump said to him when he offered him the job, and Big Chair said no.
And 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Well, thank you very much to the men and women of the South Dakota Air National Guard and those beautiful F-35s. We love them, and I want to thank you all for being here. This is a big crowd. This is a lovely crowd. And what a sight it is. I want to thank Senate Majority Leader John Thune, a good friend of mine, and all of us. Senator Mike Rounds, great guy. Governor Larry Roden, thank you, Larry. Lieutenant Governor Van Huysen. Oh, they're good. I was waiting for that. They said, you start speaking, they won't interrupt you at all. They didn't interrupt us at all. Thank you. They're fantastic. What great, incredible, talented pilots. Thank you very much. And Secretary Burgum was doing a phenomenal job. Governor Ron DeSantis, thank you. Governor DeSantis, where's Ron? Thank you, Ron. Distinguished guests and fellow citizens, tonight we gather on the eve of one of the most extraordinary days in the history of the world. Tomorrow we mark 250 years of glorious independence and 250 years of majestic American freedom. Nothing like it. In all the chronicles of the ages, never before has any nation celebrated so magnificent a triumph as this one, the one that we are participating in right now. At 250 years, America is the oldest republic on earth. We are the freest people on earth. We have the most righteous and enduring constitution on earth. We are the strongest and most powerful country on earth. And by the grace of God, the United States of America is the most successful, most accomplished, most exceptional nation ever to exist in human history. And it is great to be your president. It is great. For a quarter of a millennium, liberty, justice, equality, self-government, and unmatched prosperity have flourished here as they have never flourished anywhere before. There is nothing like what we are doing. The birth and survival of the American nation under God is quite simply the best and most incredible thing ever to happen on this planet by human hands ever. That is ever, ever, ever. No other country has done more good for this world than the United States of America. And we give thanks for these extraordinary blessings. We remember that what we have created in this country is not the natural way of the world. It is not the norm. It is the exception. It is rare. It is priceless. And it is truly miraculous. Throughout the entire story of humanity, most people in most places have lived a life plagued by suffering, poverty, exploitation, violence, and misery. But here in America, in this land, on this continent, we have written a very different story. It's a tale of adventure, liberation, and
I'll send in Iron Man running the 10 rings.
Okay.
What if the kingpin of crime had Captain America's shield?
By their own skill and talent to go further and reach higher than anyone has ever gone before. There has never been anything like this. The triumph of American independence was the result of the most extraordinary people in history, the most extraordinary culture in history, and the most extraordinary ideas in history, all creating the most extraordinary republic ever, ever, ever in history. It all came together for the miracle of July 4th, 1776. That was a big year. 250 years ago tomorrow, what a big day that is. I consider this a big day because I'm with you. I like that too. And by the way, we won big here. We won really big. Each and every time. But 250 years ago tomorrow, the words of our Declaration of Independence sent an earthquake through all of the coming time. They sparked a revolution that has never ended but still continues to this day. And tonight we come to this beautiful mountain, and it is beautiful, to express our gratitude to those who made it possible, starting with the four men most responsible for reaching this milestone more than any others. We salute the father of our country, George Washington, the author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, the great emancipator and savior of our Union, Abraham Lincoln, and the man who built America into a global superpower, Theodore Roosevelt. These are the men who declared the freedom, and won our freedom, and saved our freedom, and secured our freedom. They were men of action, men of ambition, men of daring, men of destiny, and men of truly great intelligence. Above all, they were great men of history. Tonight, on the threshold of our 25th year, we stand beneath the monument of these heroes, a true group of unbelievable people, and we rededicate ourselves to being a nation as big, bold, noble, and as great as these American giants. And that's not easy to do, but we're going to do it. These men could only have been made in the USA. Their faces are engraved on these bluffs, not only because of what they did, but to remind us forever who we are. These heroes exemplify what is timeless, enduring, and eternal about the American character. And in the end, it has always been that character, our distinct and unique identity. It is a truly unique identity, and it'll never change. It's the ultimate source of our strength and the bulwark of our freedom. On this anniversary, we must remember, we have to remember, we can never forget that American liberty has not endured for 250 years merely because of words on paper. Liberty has prevailed here because of the culture and character of the people who declared it, defended it, and preserved it. These are very, very special times, and this is a very special place. You live in a very special place. Congratulations, everybody. The identity of a nation is the destiny of a nation, and America has a destiny like no other because we are a people like no other. For whatever reason, that's just the way it is. Here, the old world sent its bravest, boldest, and most resilient, its fiercest, most faithful, and freedom-loving. These men and women brought values, traditions, and customs transmitted over the centuries in Britain, and stretching back even further to Athens, Jerusalem, and Rome. The United States of America is where the greatest civilization in human history became greater than ever before. On the grounds and granite hills and the rugged plains of this wide-open continent, they forged a uniquely American character, a new breed of citizen. That's you. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're not that new a breed. You're a really good breed, but I'm not sure that you're that new a breed. Americans did not bow before a king or a government, but kneeled only before Almighty God. That's right. These were the people who founded our republic. These were the patriots who fought for independence. This was the spirit that demanded freedom, and this was the culture that built America and carved its heroes into Mount Rushmore. For generations, it was understood that the core of patriotic duty of every American was to pass this culture on to our children and to preserve the nation for centuries and centuries to come. But in recent years, there's been an undeniable attempt to change this exceptional character, to beat the American spirit out of us, alienate us from our history, and to make it impossible to even answer the question, what does it mean to be an American? As we march into our 250th year, incredible, beautiful year it will be, we must never forget there is no American freedom without American culture. And there is no American founding without the American people. Many nations have paper constitutions and legal systems, but the citizens live in fear and squalor. A constitution is only as strong as the people and the culture responsible for upholding it. But as long as we remember who we are, we have to always remember who we are and what we're all about. The United States of America will forever be the land of free men and women, and we will never, ever fail. So tonight, let us say clearly and proudly what makes
Americans so unique and extraordinary. We're going to give our country its identity back. Above all, Americans love freedom. We cherish independence, and we know that we are the heirs to the most beautiful land, the most thrilling story, and the most precious legacy in which the sun has ever shined. In America, we do not need anyone's permission to say what we think and to live as we please, to worship as we choose, or to keep and bear arms. You know that. And for almost 6 years during my presidency, I've saved almost single-handedly, but working with John and some other great people, we've saved your Second Amendment, and I will continue to do so, I promise. Our rights here given to us by the God who made us, and those rights shall not be infringed. Americans believe in self-reliance. We look at success with envy not, and I say that some people are envious and some people are not. We are not, but with admiration, and we earn it, and we will always earn it, and we will always respect it. We are an incredible, good, kind, and generous people, always ready to help a friend or a neighbor in need. No one has ever given more to charity, ended more hunger, cured more disease, or done more to uplift humanity than Americans, and no country ever will be able to match it. Thank you. So true. Americans honor excellence. We admire boldness. We respect ambition. We are a nation of dreamers and believers, warriors and explorers, doers and fighters. In every human endeavor, Americans see an unfinished competition. What is strong can be made stronger. What is fast can be made faster. What is great can be made greater than ever before, and that's what's happening with America. Show us a mountain and we'll just climb it. Show us an ocean and we'll just cross it. Show us a problem and we will just solve it. Show us a task the world calls impossible, and Americans will get it done. Americans are strong and always ready to stand firm for a good cause. We treasure justice, fairness, family, honesty, and human dignity, unlike societies based on class, clan, or tribe. We see every citizen as an individual, equal under the law and equal under the eyes of the Lord. In America, we speak English because that is the language of our founding, and for 1,000 years, that has been the language of freedom. An American always wants peace and order, but we will never shrink from danger or threat. We will always fight, 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 and win, win, win. We got to do that. Because this is our culture, this is our character. Not every American is all of these things, but every American knows these are the traits that make our country exceptional, and exceptional it is. You do not have to be born here, but you do have to love what we have built. You must love our country. There has never been anything like us anywhere on earth, and we are not going to let anyone take that away. Yet as we approach this magnificent anniversary, There is now a resurgence of the communist menace in our land, including from newcomers to our country who embrace ideas totally opposed to our way of life and our great success. These are not mere political disagreements like differences over taxes or regulations. Communism is a mortal threat to American liberty. It is the greatest threat to our country, including World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, or even 9/11. We're not going to let this happen to us. Believe me, we're not letting it happen. Because communism is the enemy of free people everywhere in the world. Never works. It's the enemy of the Constitution. Above all, it's the enemy of July 4th, 1776. It is the enemy indeed. Even while the radicals and extremists attack our incredible history at every turn, they are silent on the miserable history of communism. It's because it never worked. Thousands of years, if you look at it, under different names, under somewhat different ideologies and systems, that system has led to more death and destruction than any system ever tried. It killed 100 million people just in the last century alone. Communism is the exact opposite of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's death, tyranny, and the pursuit of evil. The godless communist morality states that anything is justified to bring about inhuman visions and to really propose what's good. They don't want good. They don't love God, and they don't want God. They don't love religion, and they don't want religion, and they won't have it. But we will not let them win. They have no chance against us. They have no respect for law. Justice, principle, tradition, or your God-given rights. It's an ideology of mass theft, mass control, mass lies, and mass murder. Such doctrines can be given no quarter in democracy because the first thing they do when they get into power is turn around and destroy it. It always is destroyed. Just as communists have done in other countries all over the world, no matter where you look. Very simply, communism represents the worst ideas and abuses in history by the worst people. The American founding represents the best ideas and tradition. You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be loyal to America. You can be a communist, or you can be a patriot. You cannot be both. As for those who peddle Marxist lies about our having your time, don't you? We're not going to let them take too long or too much of our time as they play their games and send them into exile. We will send them quickly away, and we will continue to build our country bigger and better and stronger than ever before. America will never be a communist country. We can only lose the midterms if we allow ourselves to lose the midterms, if we are foolish, stupid, and unwise. But if we terminate the filibuster, as we should do, and immediately vote for the Save America Act, then we will not lose an election for 100 years. We do that, we're not going to lose an election for 100 years. The Communist Party is made up of illegal immigrants, criminals, and everybody that doesn't want to work. Communism is a loser. It always was, and it is right now. It's a big loser. Look at the people that are promoting it. They are not the people you're going to follow. In 250 years, the free people of this land have accomplished more with our liberty than any other society has accomplished, even in thousands and thousands of years. As you look back and you study, what our critics will never understand is that America is not the sum of its mistakes. Our mistakes make us human. Our achievements make us American, and nobody has ever had the achievements that we've had. We are the nation that dreamed and created the modern world. We laid the railroads. We raised up those big, beautiful skyscrapers, harnessed electricity, and invented the light bulb, the telephone, the airplane, the assembly line, the television, the microchip, the personal computer, the internet, the GPS, the smartphone, and almost everything else that has ever been invented, including, especially over the last few days in certain areas, a thing called air conditioning. We invented it all. We charted the human genome to cure diseases. We powered entire cities by splitting single atoms and planted our flag on the moon. Americans fill the airwaves of the planet with our music and our culture. We invented baseball, basketball, football, volleyball, NASCAR, and the rodeo. We love that rodeo of the West. Americans have won the most Olympic medals of any country in the world by far, the most Nobel Prizes. Well, they haven't given me one. Settled 8 wars, I still haven't gotten it. That's okay. And the most world records. We publish by far the most patents. We produce the best movies. We make the best music. And we raise up the greatest entertainers and strongest athletes the world has ever seen. So true. We built the biggest and most dynamic economy. And by the way, our country today is doing better than it's ever done before. Never had anything like it. With, as of last week, $19.2 trillion pouring into the United States right now from all over the world. That's the investments being made, and the record was 3. 4 years. In 4 years, the last administration did much less than 1, and we did 19.2 in 12 months. And thanks to our great election win, November 5th, and the tariffs, plants and factories are being built all over the United States right now, and they're being built at a number that we've never, ever seen before. So much more. We're breaking records by double, triple, quadruple. We created the strongest and most powerful military. We won 2 world wars, the Cold War, and left America's enemies in the depths of history. We beat Venezuela in 1 day. And we knocked the hell out of Iran. They're dying to settle. They want to settle so badly. We gave them a week off for a funeral because we're nice. It's true. For 250 years, the entire world has looked to our country and been inspired by the leaps of progress, feats of strength, and acts of selflessness, faith, and hope that could only have happened right here. 2 years ago, we were laughed at, mocked, and a nation in decline. We were in very serious decline. Last administration, what they've done to us, we can never, ever forget that. And today, we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. Everybody respects us like no nation. Remember this, we're respected like no nation in the world is respected like us. Every king, every prime minister, every president, they respect us more than any other country by far. 2 years ago, they laughed at us. Now it's only respect. And I want to tell you, the best is yet to come. So in conclusion, from the roaring waters of Niagara Falls to the shimmering gushers of oil and fire from our beloved Texas, from the magnificent fields of corn and wheat and barley of our farms in the Midwest, to the vast canyons of finance in New York City, from the billowing stacks of steel now being produced all over our country at record levels, to the car plants that are rising like we have never seen before. We have more plants under construction than we've had ever before. Automobile plants, something you didn't see of at all for 35 years. To technology from the minds of geniuses that is being brought to life in all corners of our country. from the snow-capped peaks of the Rockies to the white sand shores of the Gulf of America. And to right here in the Black Hills of the Dakotas. After 250 years, American freedom still rings, the American dream still lives, and the American flag still flies more proudly than ever before over the people who will not quit, the nation that will not fail, the country that will not fall. No matter how hard the enemy tries, we cannot be beaten. Tomorrow we reach a milestone like no other and celebrate with joyful hearts and soaring spirits, because after 2.5 centuries, we know that this is not an ending. This is only the beginning of the golden age of America. And together we will make America bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. I promise you that. It's an honor to be your president. Thank you very much, and happy Independence Day to all. God bless you all. God bless you all. Thank you.
Come on, do a cue, baby. Get behind that glass. Yep. See how he did that? He's going to catch some hell when he gets into the back. That dance is so ridiculous. Come on, do it. Do it, Donnie. I know somebody's nervous backstage. Get your ass off stage. At least he remembered what direction to go. That is so cool. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's pissed. I don't think it was a big letdown, Pootie. I think tomorrow, his speech tomorrow, if he doesn't drop some hints, I'll be disappointed. But I'm told there's going to be some hints, so I guess we'll have to see on that. They turn the lights off at Rushmore. That'd be cool if they turn it back on and his face was up there. Could you imagine that? Oh my God, they would melt the fuck down. Hey, Jack Wagon, are you going to yell at your boss? I know there's going to be, I want to say it starts at like, I think it starts at like 11 o'clock. I could be wrong though. Yeah, I think, let me see. Oh, there goes the fireworks. They need to turn on the monument. Come on, put his face up there just to piss people off. That is so cool. Oh, okay, it's on Telegram. All right. The purpose of this trip, that right there, the monument, where I think it's where it all begins. Yeah, it's live at Rushmore. Yeah, I think it was 2019, Kathy. Yeah. I think it's all symbolism. I'll ask. Yeah, Philadelphia would have been, but Philadelphia is a shithole. Wait for the big bat signal. That is so cool. Yeah, Philadelphia probably when you grew up there isn't like it is today. I mean, I don't know. It's almost like it's yeah, there was another massive sweep in Ohio. Um there what's that famous place in Philadelphia for the cheesesteaks? 940. Yeah. Um, but I think uh, I know there's stuff going on all day tomorrow. I'll look. I think Kathy said the schedule is up there on Telegram, so I'll look. But we'll probably be. I'll definitely be streaming more than likely all day. Oh, that picture right there is so badass. Pat's, yeah. I was at the one. Um, I went starts at 1. Okay. Um, I was at the I forget which one I was at, but we went to Little Russia. I was with Vitelli, one of our best ruling in the Navy. He lives over there, and oh my God, that food was amazing. It was a line, but I mean, it was good. That is so cool. I mean, if that kind of shit right there doesn't, okay, yeah, I mean, naturally, we could always default to RSBN, but I get tired of their uh, ads and everything else. Um, I mean, if this doesn't give you goosebumps, I mean, this whole thing gives me chills. Oh, that's pretty cool there. Wow. That is so badass. Day riding. No, no, you guys are the reason I'm here. That is... Mm-mm-mm. The only thing that tops this is sitting out at sea and watching a Tomahawk land attack cruise missile take off. Oh my God, or flight ops on the aircraft carrier. that that definitely gives you a quote unquote Woody. That is so cool. I just have a feeling tomorrow's going to be nuts, but I was reading through some of the unclassified threat assessments from Homeland and Secret Service and the FBI, and it's pretty daunting. I mean, I know there's a bunch of my buddies. They're a little on edge. I think that's cool. They have the laser lights behind the heads. I'm surprised Jason Schmidt's uncle isn't out there, but he's in D.C. Oh, he's been, well, that's like that woman that, said she would wipe her ass with the American flag. State Department should, if she's not a U.S. citizen, or if she's here, if she wasn't born here, yeah, place might burn down. It might. I can't wait for his speech tomorrow night. I was told it's going to be very impactful, but we'll see. Yeah, there's no way I'd go to DC. Number one, I have problems with crowds. Just, just because. Oh, I heard about that Somali flag shit. Disgusting. Absolutely horrid. And I think that should be a federal crime. I really do. if you want to hoist another nation's flag, that's fine, but ours better be on top. Boy, it's a lot of fireworks here. Yeah. Yeah, like if your nationality is Italian and you want to fly the American flag and then below it the Italian flag, that's cool. Yeah, send them to Somalia, right? Here you go. You love that place so much. I just can't wait to see the air show tomorrow because I just have a sneaky feeling the Air Force or somebody's going to unveil something that's just going to shock the world. Sissy, yeah, I appreciate that, but I hate that. Oh my God, I hate that. I mean, to me, it wasn't, yeah. Like when I go to the VA, oh my God, I hate that. Newsome arrest. Look, there's been a lot of shit. Uh, there's been a lot of shit going on. I'm telling you, because a lot of the guys that that I worked with, they said that they brought in, well, especially with the Marshal Service, there's been a lot of people deputized. A lot of sheriffs, a lot of locals, they've actually deputized them. So, yeah, my when I first went into the Navy, my first thing was I wanted to well, not that I always wanted to do intelligence, but the first thing is I wanted to ride submarines, and I tested for to be a nuclear engineer, because I scored extremely well on the ASVAB, and but then they found out. Of course, my parents knew that I was colorblind. I denied it till the day somebody else had told me. When MEPS told me, "Yep, you're 100% colorblind," I was like, "Son of a Trisket." They're like, "Yep, you'll never go on a submarine." I was like, "Well, that sucks." And you can't be a nuclear engineer, so here's your next thing that you're qualified to do, and my first sea duty was on a submarine, which was kind of entertaining because out of our group, I was the only one that was colorblind, and the skipper of the USS Columbus, he had to draw a map on how the ladder well was in the submarine to get down from the exterior to the interior of the sub because I couldn't see because of the red and green lights. Yeah, I did electronics in high school and I did well in it, but it always, looking at resistors and stuff like that, always took me some time. I just had to push through it. Join the army. Huh? Yeah, it was funny. After I got done in Pensacola for intelligence school and counterintelligence school, they sent me to Fort Huachuca, Arizona for Morse code and another counterintelligence school. And it was always funny because having the Navy out in the middle of the desert, and that too is when I got introduced to the UAV program and backpack drones. If people knew, I mean, this was in the late 90s. We had miniature drones, so God knows. Oh, your Minerva company? Yep. Old Minerva. Born and raised in Minerva. Yeah, I remember in Pensacola, I remember we went to this place after we graduated, CT school, went to a place called Rum Runners in downtown Pensacola, and we went with a bunch of jarheads, and a massive fight broke out, and I got hit in the head with a fucking beer bottle. Had to go to NAS Pensacola's hospital. Yeah, Minerva has. I remember growing up in Minerva, it was a big deal when they built the first McDonald's there. Those were back in the days when it was a treat to go to McDonald's. Now some people eat every meal there. They still playing music? I'm sure they are. Yep. Still haven't heard back from Big Chair. I'm sure he's laughing. Either that or chewing him out. It's funny because he'll tell me that he'll dress him down like he does his kids. And some of the guys like, how the hell do you get away with that? And he's like, look, I tell him like it is. If he likes it, he likes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. If he wants to fire me, he'll fire me. He goes, but I'm definitely going to speak my mind. And that's why he's gotten to where he's at. If I wouldn't have got fucked up, I'd probably be right there with him. But I don't regret it one bit. I mean, the stress level is, I mean, you just have no clue the stress level. Oh my God. That shot right there is so badass. Yeah. I don't agree with the Secret Service failure. But, you know, they never report all the shit that they stop, you know, and they stop a lot. I wonder if Melania was there, if she stayed back. I can't get over how tall Baron is. Oh my God. You need a shirt like the heads. Me looking her. have have Lookner foaming at the mouth. Have fucking Lee with something doing in his hands. New York with a code brown alert. Baron is Anunnaki. Oh, yes. Yeah, I haven't quite got that out of him yet, but yeah, there was a couple things that they caught it during the UFC fight.
Once again, you proved the doubters wrong, moved to 10-0, and knocked out one of the biggest knockout artists in the history of the sport. I'm the man with the plan, the beast that's ready to feast. You know what? Fuck this speech. Hey, shout out to Trump for having the balls to put some shit like this on. And if I'm gonna say anything, there's only one person more incredible than the Incredible Hulk, and that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now listen, Alex Pereira, I want a shama on your mama. And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
The best ever. All right, guys, with that, I think I'm going to end this one. We will, once I think they said 1 o'clock, we will come back then. Until then, thanks, guys, for stopping by and hanging out with us. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And we will see you tomorrow.